Feels good though, you know, being out in the sunlight after killing those assholes who tried screwing me over. Feels good, man, even if they didn't have any loot in their camp. And now, further south. Right. I've changed my weapons and I've actually got a shotgun as well. So I can use that if I run out of ammunition rather than having to actually reload. Let's see what's in here. You cautiously approach a farm you noticed some time ago. It seems to be inhabited, and by honest folks, since gangsters rarely raise cattle, preferring instead to raid their neighbours. The silence is broken from time to time by the sound of an anxious hen or a bored cow. However, you remain on alert. Who can guess accustomed to people who manage not only to survive, but also raise cattle and crops in this godforsaken place? The harsh clack of a rifle bolt sliding into place suggests this question will be answered sooner rather than later. That's interesting. I haven't had like an intro like this to an area before. Freeze! Who are you? Where do you come from? What are you looking for? Feel the cold stare of a tall, well-built, blue-eyed girl dressed in a tattered camouflage uniform. The bore of a tightly held gun is pointed right between your eyes. Don't shoot! Have mercy! Take your hands off your weapon and put on a peaceful face. The girl quickly raises a gun and you instinctively step back. And she lowers her weapon, a contemptuous smile playing on her lips. Wait. Wait, what? Calm your wife down, not me, when she realizes just how big of a piece of shit she married. I'm confused. Is this supposed to be a different character? At last she had the chance to look at the girl. When did she realize it? Wait, what? Calm your wife down, not me. I'm very confused. At least you have the chance to look at the girl properly. The first thing you notice makes you feel weird. The factory who's just challenged you is no more than 20. I have to think about you, explorer. You don't look like one of the local gangsters, but you can't pass for a merchant either. This is a problem. I'd allowed a merchant through, no questions asked. Father needs some stuff, Mum has some orders, and even the little ones have been pestering us about when the merchant's going to visit. The girl muses to herself. A gun, however, tracks your forehead when you try to sidle away from the cone of fire. At last she seems to reach a decision. Come on now, I've not got my... I mean, I do look like a bandit, so does my teammate, and we do have, like, bloody weapons on us, but still. Okay, supposing you harbour no ill intent, what are you after? Crap, all I want out of this encounter is to change of heads. I came here by mistake, but seeing as you need a merchant, perhaps I could help? The girl pats a small leather purse at her belt with a worried look on her face. There are 20 cartridges in here, and when they run out, what then? There'll be another raid, I know it. Stefan Bargain and his cutthroats have been silent too long. They must be preparing something nasty. I need at least 20 handfuls of gunpowder. I've been saving up for quite a while, but in the month since I placed my order, the merchant hasn't come. I'll give you this money if you return with the gunpowder before he does. I'll even add a small bonus on top. Deal? 20 handfuls, you say? That's a lot of gunpowder, actually. Why not? I'll find the gunpowder and bring it here. The girl smiles happily, but quickly conceals her smile with indifference. Bring the gunpowder, get the money. Is there anything else, or are you leaving? About the gunpowder I promised to bring you. I'm in the process. Who are you? Depends on what you're interested in. It's been boring as hell recently. I wouldn't mind a nice chat, but that doesn't mean I want to talk bullshit. Who are you? The girl fixes a gun to her belt and nods at you. My name's Alenka. Where I come from and what is for the big boss... Where I come from and what for is for the big boss up in the clouds to know. This isn't my real family. I just live with them. I protect them from raids, usually alone. More out of habit than love at this point. What's your name? It's simple. I'm... Big Bad Mother. Ricardo the Cucumber. Artem Skinner Zidorov. Igor. Glad to meet you, Igor. What are you doing here? Well, the girl strokes her weather-beaten gun tenderly. I head the civil defense of this property-stricken farm. This family has supported me ever since I was orphaned under circumstances that remain a mystery. In return, I help them rebuff the attacks. I've no idea where I learned to shoot. It seems as if I was born with this thing in my hands. The younger girl pats her improvised gun again like it was her favourite pet. Because of me, they don't show their noses much around here. Most of the local gangs have decided it's not worth the effort. The family has almost nothing to take, and anyone who tries is going to lose at least 1 or 2 men before they get to me. The only one who still gives me trouble is Stepa Balagan, but I sort of understand him. His elder brother was sent to the sky, literally and figuratively, after tripping on one of my rhymes. That calls for revenge. If you can pay, I might know a way to make this Stepa lie low, as in 6 feet under low. The girl shakes her head. No, I will not tolerate no interference in this matter. You think Stevka's broke? If he wanted, he could hire a gang to shell our farm with grenades or a sniper to silence me. But he doesn't, because he wants to deal with me himself, in person. When he comes out of his hole, I'll be more than happy to have a little chat with him. The girl checks her weapons load, smile clearly and unambiguously says that, for all your enthusiasm, you would be a fifth wheel in that conversation. Love, and you bet your right arm it's love. Wait. Love, and you bet your right arm it's love this girl's dreamy eyes are full of, sometimes finds a tricky way into people's lives. Alright. Sorry for bringing it up. Let's just talk about something else, okay? Tell me about your farm. It's just what it looks like. A hole. It's only thanks to someone's stubbornness that we haven't set out for Krasnostamonia as refugees. The girl casts a sidelong look at the house. Although it makes some kind of sense. The house is lopsided, we have gangsters pestering us, and you have to ride for days to get supplies or help or anything else. Yet this land belongs to us, and that means something. Might be right. And what the locals talking about? The locals? Well, men complain that their wives don't let them drink as much as they want, and the women are looking for adventures. If you're interested in rumours, I know one from a merchant who got lost on his way here. There was a gang laying in ambush for a merchant or a small caravan near a camp of local thugs. What they saw instead was a man dressed oddly for the weather in a wide-brimmed hat, wool coat and thick gloves, and behind him he was pulling a coffin by a length of twine. The gangsters came out of cover and demanded he explain what's going on. The merchant said he was going to bury a friend. They didn't believe him. I bet that box is stuffed with goods, they said. Open it. He shrugged, walked around the coffin and raised the lid. Inside was a pre-war Maxim gun. It was fully restored and functioning with a bipod and a 200 cartridge belt. The bad guys were rooted to the spot, long enough to accommodate about 50 rounds in the Maxim gun. He took the entire gang down with one burst, all except one guy whom he ordered to tell about the story to the Wastelanders. What is that from? That rings a bell, but I can't really remember. Running across a funeral procession is said to bring bad luck. That's a particularly bad streak of luck for them, I'd say. You have to run. See ya. Will she not trade anything? Nope. Free range cattle. And cars as barricades. Very Fallouty. Or Wastelandy, I guess. Is it just you two? Oh, 3. Can't get in there. Oh, that's just like a shipping container, but like a really tiny shipping container? The door on it, what the hell? Anywho, let's talk to Dad. A sad-looking grey-haired man with eyelids heavy from exhaustion or alcohol claps you on the shoulder. Hello, what's brought you here? Something good I can tell, or my little terrorist would have made a big hole in you. Your little terrorist mentioned you needed a merchant? The man croaks angrily and casts a side look in the direction where you parted with his elder daughter. Always so attentive to everyone's needs. I feel ashamed next to this, but this is one occasion where she's wrong. I don't need a merchant anymore. I wanted to buy a few new weights and a few new ways and then dug up a motorcycle trailer in the garden. I can sell the ways myself now. Who I do need now, though, is a, what do you call them? A private detective. Yes, can you imagine? A detective? Really? What for? Well, you know. The man looks around uncomfortably and shivers. A detective or a psychiatrist, so... The man continues in a loud whisper. People say there's a guy walking around these lands who introduces himself as Korolov the tourist. But he's no tourist, you understand. He's not interested in our cities and villages. What remained of our architecture is all the same to him. What he pays attention to is our women, you get me? People say he's convinced at least 30 women in Krasnostamonia alone for some horizontal mambo. I'm afraid he might have seduced my wife. I'm not always home. Sometimes I cross the border to visit my family or spend the night fishing, and she's here alone. Try to understand me, friend. We've been having a rough We've been having it rough already, and if she's cheated on me with this Korolev, I have to know. As for checking, it's easy. The bloody Casanova gives a plastic ring to every woman he seduced as a keepsake, so if you could rummage through her things and find the ring, it would be all clear as day. Can you do this for me? I can't promise anything yet, mate. Well, what's the problem? Go and ask her. What are you talking about? How can I ask her? This is such a delicate matter, to say the least. No, I'd rather you search her bedside table. I feel much calmer. Will you do this for me? Can't promise anything yet, mate. No, of course not. But remember, you can check. Sure. If you wouldn't mind answering a couple of questions. Who are you? Bronislav Kukovsky. A farmer and father of a family. A bit of this, a bit of that. And you? What's your name? People call me Igor. Igor the Ben Ignatiev. Tempted. Sebastian Ferreira, a Blackwood merchant. Stasik Bang Bang and Kirill the Fist. I'm gonna just go with Igor. The man clears his throat, swallows and shakes your hand. Nice to meet you, Igor. So nice. And what do you do here? Farm the land. Land is so demanding. They all are. The land and my wife. The man heaves a sad sigh and lowers his eyes. And while there's still enough energy in me to satisfy my land, when it comes to my wife, for many winters now, it's been a disaster. Don't know why I'm telling you all this really, but this is what it's like. And isn't your daughter like a couple of feet away from us? And what is this farm? If you ask me, it has no name. It's just a house, a camp, something like that. But people call it Safe Journey Farm. God knows why. Apparently we're very nice people, that's why. Have you heard anything interesting lately? I have no time for rumors. I keep thinking about Africa. Africa, that's right. It's never been bombed, right? I'm not all sure, but I have a feeling they haven't suffered as much as we did. They might not have experienced any of it at all. Maybe we should settle there. Well, the world will be all kinds of fucked up from all the nukes, not just Russia, so... I better go. Where is their stuff? Oh, they actually have separate beds as well. Rough. Holy shit. She does not look like a farmer. In front of you there's a woman in her 40s in a smart calico dress and heeled shoes which look a bit out of context in the place where even roads are for the most part of it made of dirt. Utterly surprised, you even see makeup on her face, which is a rare sight indeed in the wasteland. Yep, that is what I noticed. But, oh, welcome to our farm. Who are you? The girl at the gate mentioned you needed a merchant? The woman sighs deeply. Since sand plague spread across our fields, our cattle have felt very bad. We need casparamid badly. It's a human medication, but people say it helps animals too. 5 packs at least. If you help us, I'll be extremely grateful, young man. I have money to pay, and, of course, a little extra for your effort. Strange as it may seem, I do happen to have the pills on me. Oh, this is good news. Here's the money I saved up for this. Let me have a look at the goods. The woman examines the casparamid you bought. I wonder why she said it with a C, though. Make sure it's quality stuff and takes it. Then she transfers you the money that by far covers your expenses. 100 rubles? That doesn't by far cover my expenses, does it? I think casparamid's... Right. Oh yeah, it's only 5, isn't it? Like 10 or so for each, or like 18 or something. It's not like by far, but it's close. Looks wonderful, thank you so much. I just needed to use this magical substance wisely and no pestilence to threaten my cattle. Glad to be a subject. If I could ask a couple of questions? Sure, ask, young man. How should I call you? My name is Yana. Don't introduce yourself. I had a bad memory for names anyway. And what do you do here? Oh, young man, nothing of interest. For the most part, I look after dumb, ingratitude beasts. And cattle too, of course. And what's this place? This place used to be part of my parents' country house. Now it's our permanent residence. Dark, distant, boring, and dangerous. But it's home now, as we know it. And heard any rumours? Rumours? Well, a stalker I know mentioned the band, the Singing Earthlings that I loved as a child, survived the war. They disbanded, but the leader, Podshypyakin, is planning to unite the performers again. And if they have a tour with the Atomic Love Gurus... Yeah, I wish I had a ticket too. Quick, keep her distracted. I'll check the cupboard. Those are this one. Oh, of course it's locked. I'd speak to her daughter first. Hope she heads away from there, I guess. In front of you stands a small, slim girl in a light summer dress. Even though you're certain she's at least 18, you notice some of the teenage features in her frame. Her body is thin and short and lanky. Her knees are bruised. She's awkward. Natural blush never leaves her cheeks. Her eyes are full of mischief, all of which proves she's a teenager, not a grown-up woman. And she only has a beetroot for sale. Hi, where are you from? From Earth, and this must be paradise. That's weird. I was just passing. Can I ask a couple of questions? No, you can't, the girl says, laughing, turns abruptly and pretends she's going to walk away, but at the last moment she turns back. A shy smile plays on her lips. Okay, you can, but don't expect any interesting answers. Let me ask you a couple of questions and then decide if the answers are interesting or not. Actually, the woman at the gate mentioned you needed a merchant here. The girl listens to you angrily. She's being a moron again. What do I care if he comes or not? As if I have money. I'm just a child. The last word is especially hard for the girl. Maybe she's heard me complaining there's no one to talk to in this hole. You've come from the big world, right? Tell me, how is it? I guess same as here, fighting for survival, hunger and poverty? You're lying. Her tears swelling in her eyes. It can't just be as boring everywhere. It just can't. I know what I'm talking about. I have been there. Ah, forget it. Let's talk about something else and call it a day. What do you do here? Nothing. The girl lowers her eyes. Waiting to become a disgusting old crone like my mum, or a party crasher like Alenka. Gloomy. I wonder what happens if I do tell her that it's like a lovely out there or something. Anyway, what's your name? Ella. The girl might just utter with visible difficulty. By the way you've said it, I could think it was the first time you pronounced your name. What's wrong? You can tell me. The girl shivers and blushes after your comment. Well, the thing is, it's not my real name. Ella's what we thought of with my dad. My real name is Electra. The girl turns her embarrassed face away from you and mumbles the next phrase under her breath. It's a name for an imbecile. My mum found it in some old book. I hate her. Life's as hard as it is without this idiotic name. I think it's a beautiful name. Elegant and original. It is a kind of a cool name, actually. The girl muses over your words for a second and then smiles. Maybe. Never thought about it this way. Electra. Electra. It's like electricity. Like a lightning. Mum and Dad are so scared about it at night. Sounds good. I like it. But I think I keep calling myself Ella for now. I'm used to it and it doesn't freak people out. Tell me about this place. The most boring place on earth. A place I'll run away from someday. Such a dumpster. The girl frowns, pretending to muse. I think I mentioned it all. And have you heard anything else interesting recently? Are you kidding? Interesting? Here? Well, I don't know. If you consider mutants, gangsters, and spikes interesting. Hey, I'm wearing spikes, I think. Okay, I don't want to talk about myself all the time. I bet, but could you still go out? I don't think I can open the chest with a look at it like that, can I? What if she turns away? Oh, maybe now. Actually, let's say first. Unlock. Fuck! Ah, so she's gonna wander out in a second anyway. Let us wait. Oh no, she's wandering back in. God damn it. Oh, is this the table I need to lockpick? One more step. I'll see whether I can open this one. Come on. Damn it, wrong way. Plastic ring. Right. Hello, my good man. Let us see what you have to say. This is going to be rough. Hey, what's brought you here this time? About your wife and this Taurus Korolov. Yes, what about them? The man tenses up visibly and turns to you. Nothing, I have to go. Actually, I speak to the wife. Let's see what she says before I speak to him. The woman, oh, you again? What do you want to talk about, young man? I know your secret. Show a plastic ring. The woman casts a short glance at the ring and shrugs, unperturbed. Is it my jackass husband who sent you? What do you want? A ransom for your silence, young man? I just wanted to look the unfaithful wife in the eye and glimpse remorse. The woman laughs, but her laugh is bitter. You wish to see fear or regret? You won't, young man. I'm too tired of my responsibilities to regret the bridges burnt. You can bring him his trinket this very moment if you want. I won't take it personally. Seriously, this won't affect my attitude towards you either, except maybe in a positive way. Such delicate detective work should be respected. By your wife. Well, here, no words needed. Give him the plastic ring. The man looks at the ring in such fear as if he expects the ring to smash him. After a minute of fearful contemplation, he sighs, snorts, and puts the trinket in his pocket. Thank you, good job. Here's your reward. He hands over to you a bag of crops and 30 rubles. This is all I have. Thank you, and stay strong, mate. Is he gonna say anything? Well, he hasn't said anything to her. What about Electra? Nope. And Alyonka? Nope. Right. Well, let's proceed on my way then. Wait. What are those? Are those apples or no? Beetroots. Let us move over here. So cool having a proper backpack now. And some decent armor. Relatively decent, I guess.